Hello and welcome to the Penno Channel. We're back here for the match reaction and the breakdown for Aston Villa versus Wolves, where Aston Villa claimed their fourth win of the season, winning 3-1 against their local rivals. I'm joined with my bro to go through this one, have a look at the game throughout, and talk about all things that happened within the game itself. Before we start, as I always say, if you could like, subscribe, and also comment your thoughts in the comment section through the video or after the video. Bro, how you doing? How you feeling?
Yes, bro. Good to speak to you as always, man. After what seems to be a regular occurrence, us doing a podcast after Villa win a football game. So, yeah, I'm getting used to it. I love the feeling. It doesn't get old. So long may it continue, man.
Yeah, it's becoming quite normal now, which is a lovely feeling to have. Like, just the normality of discussing a win on a Sunday evening. What more could you ask for, man? And as we saw, if you were watching just before we've come on here, Arsenal drew 2-2 with Man City, and it's looking very interesting at the top of that table. Okay, I'm not shooting so far saying we can win the league or anything, but it's looking nice and interesting so far. We're joint second, 1 point behind the leaders, and let's see how it goes from here. What are you thinking, bro?
I didn't expect us to be above Arsenal that quickly, considering they've beat us this season. Like, it's a nice feeling to just already be there.
Long may it continue, man, and let's hope this run continues because, bro, it's just great to talk about Villa in this light. We've got a few people joining the chat, so let's read some of the comments out. Ryan Lee's joined. He says, evening all. Thanks for joining, Ryan. Engine 9 joined as well. Thanks for joining, Engine. He says, hi, lads. Great win again up the Villa. Facts. Kevin's joined as well. Thanks for joining, Kevin. He says, hi, guys. I knew without width we'd struggle. Emery makes a change and boom, pace is key. Yeah, we'll go on to that for sure. Ryan says, why have you and Adam switched sides? He's fucking with me. Yeah, why have we switched sides though? That's mad. Before we just change it up for you guys. Gary says, hi lads, Wolves could have won that if they went for us and got that second goal. Yeah, we'll go on to that for sure, but thanks for joining, Gary. Michelle's joined. Thanks for joining, Michelle. She goes, hi Penny and Adam. Thanks for joining. Deontay's in here as well. Says, happy Sunday. Happy Sunday to you, Deontay. I hope you've had a blessed weekend. Paul's in the chat as well. Thanks for joining. Paul says, hi, Penno and Adam. How are you? And you're the best pod. Appreciate that, Paul. We're great. Thank you. Hope you've had a great weekend. Will's in the chat as well. Good evening, Will. Thanks for joining. And yeah, and he says, yes, Adam, well said. And Paul, I hope Watkins and Duran play together against Wickham. Yeah, we'll move on to that for sure. So, bro, let's crack on, man. Let's get into this game. First off, I want to shout out the tribute for Gary Shaw that was put on. It's a fantastic tribute, well received by all fans there. Credit to the Wolves fans as well for their participation in that. Emotional time for the club, and it was a really lovely and fitting tribute. I wasn't there, so I've just seen from highlights and videos online, but I know you were there, bro, and yeah, great tribute for Gary Shaw.
Yeah, it was a really great tribute. Just want to wish all the best to like the family and that, and I hope. I don't know. Yeah, I just hope it can get better. But the song as well is starting to become popular as well, like a young generation. I wasn't aware of the song before, but now that song's going to get sang in the whole end, hopefully for the rest of the season, to be honest.
Yeah, facts.
Because it does also help get the atmosphere going as well. It's a different song that we're not used to or hasn't been sung on the terraces for a while. So, yeah, really good tribute.
Yeah, facts for sure. And as Gary says, Wolves credit for the Gary Shaw tribute, respect. Yeah, big facts for sure. So yeah, bro, let's get onto it then. Lineups, team news, unchanged. Unchanged from the game sheet. Actually, no, tell a lie. Diego, I'm just going to say unchanged from the second half against Young Boys in terms of Diego Carlos coming in from Lamar Bogard and Ezri Konsa moving to right back. Now, it kind of feels like we missed out somewhere getting a right back, and potentially there's going to be times again now where Ezri Konsa is going to have to be playing right back this season. We know Matty Cash is injured. Nedeljkovic has had a few minutes, but there's not as much trust as of yet. And Lamar Bogard found himself out of the side after his performance on Tuesday. How do you feel about that, bro, currently, and how that will bode for the season?
I'm not surprised Bogard did come out of the side. I think he's been asked a lot in a role that he's not suited to. He's a midfielder playing right back. He's trying to do a job. But me and you alluded to it in the young boys game. He did struggle first half and they did target him. So Emery going with experience in Carlos and moving Konsa right back. So it doesn't really surprise me. Maybe he's waiting just for Cash to get back fit and maybe Cash will come back and take that right back role. But yeah, as for Costa, it doesn't seem like Costa's in his plans anytime soon, to be honest, bro.
Do you see Costa going out on loan in January? I think that potentially could be the case if Cash is fit and Lamar Bogart's ahead of him. I could see that potentially happening. And without just going out on loan to get some minutes.
Yeah, it depends if we sign a right back in January.
Yeah,
as well.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
I guess Costa will start against Wickham. I'd be expecting him to start against Wickham and see how he does there.
Yeah, we'll see. And as you say, bro, I'm expecting plenty of changes for that game midweek. I've seen a poll today that he's posted, and he don't look like he's in the UK right now. So potentially a number of players have been allowed some additional leave. It was a quick turnaround. Obviously, the Euros happened. Okay, some of those players weren't there, but there was Euros. Some went to the Olympics and straight into the league season. So I think Unai might have afforded them some additional days leave if that photo is taken like today, because it did look like he weren't in the UK.
That was a big player, Paella, man. That was a big player, Paella.
I know, man. I know. It looked banging, didn't it? It looked too good, man.
He's earned it, man. He has
for sure. He has for sure. So yeah, how Wolves set up then, bro? Because Wolves went for they stuck with the 4 at the back. I saw through their fans, a lot of chat through the fans and Wolves fans I know, that they were potentially thinking Gary O'Neill might go back to a 5 because of the results have been picking up, not because of the performances as such, but they've been conceding goals still. But they stuck with the 4. They had that 3 in midfield, Andre, João Gomez and Mario Lemina as well. So yeah, what was your thoughts with how Wolves set up? And to me, looking at it, I just thought, yeah, they're going to cause us problems here.
Yeah, so they went with the 4. Nori pushes up quite a lot. Like, he was on the halfway line at times for them. And it's almost like the form, it's like staggered. So Semedo dropped a lot deeper and then Nori is allowed to push up, similar to how we use our back 4 sometimes, bro, to be honest. Yeah. And then they had Dawson, Mosquera, and then they had the 3 in Andre, Lemina and Gomez all quite close together in the middle.
Yeah.
And then obviously with Cunha and Larson pushed on further forward with Bellegarde supporting. So, yeah, one thing we said about Wolves, they have talent in that squad. Like, it's actually ridiculous that they're 19th. I think they're probably a bit unlucky to be in that place. And, bro, credit to Wolves. They played us off the park in the first half. And I think it was a message co-signed by Unai Emery, who said it was one of our worst performances in the first half. So, yeah.
Bro, he said it was shit. Let's cut the crap. He said it was shit on national TV. Like, you can't get a more honest reaction to it. And he was right. The first half was shit, man. We had, 2 shots? I mean, there were just shots, only shots on target. And that was, we were limited 0.08 XG. Wolves had more possession. And they peppered us as well. So, yeah, let's get into that first half, bro. And the reasons for why we were so easy to play against, if we want to get into it. So, Wolves initially had
I'm going to get some pictures up of the first half then, bro.
Yeah, go on. You go. You crack on.
Yeah, so this was basically the first half stats-wise, bro.
Yeah. So as you can see, we had 0.08 XG, 2 shots at all, and that was it. Wolves having 58% possession. Okay, the XG was low, but they had 10 shots and 4 shots on target within that. So it was very dominant from Wolves early on. And if you want to get into it, bro, and why do you think that was the case?
Yeah, I'm just gonna get some shots up of how they played in the first half. So, bro, early on, set pieces, bro. We spoke about it all season. Like, defending set pieces is a problem for us. And they had a big chance early on. Martinez forced him into a good save. And that was the warning shot. This was still at 0-0. They were controlling possession. They were getting in behind us quite a lot. And I don't know about you, bro, but it felt like we were just like lethargic. Like, it was an effort thing rather than like a quality thing.
Yeah. It felt like the number of games are kind of caught up with us, obviously playing in midweek against young boys as well. a number of those players who started were also starting this game. So, it's been a jam-packed start to the season. There's also been internationals where a number of the players have played for their national sides as well. And it did feel like it caught up. Wolves played midweek, but they'd made, I think, 10 changes from that side that started. We'd made hardly any. And it did show that first, especially the first 25. We felt really leggy for sure. And as you were saying, Mario Lemina had a couple of opportunities from the start, this one being a header, which Maatsen has comfortably saved. And it felt like the way the game was going, we were struggling to keep the possession of the ball. It felt like a goal was coming for Wolves, but again, it's an unforced error. We've mentioned this a number of times now. Our struggles is we're conceding goals. We just can't keep a clean sheet. And Diego Carlos, once again, he did it Tuesday. We got away with it. He did it this weekend, and I think the quality of the Premier League, you just don't get away with it. He's played the ball short to Amadou Onana. Cunha has done extremely well to pounce on the ball, and he's absolutely stuck at bottom bins. Nothing Emi Martinez can do about it, and we find ourselves 1-0 down.
Yeah, it's getting a habit now at home, isn't it? Us conceding the first goal, when normally last season we weren't conceding at all. If we did, it was more of a consolation goal. So yeah, it's just an enforced error from our build-up, and it's quite rare to see. Normally, we don't really make mistakes in our build-up play. It's more further up and we get caught out. And I don't know what he's thinking here, bro. Like,
it's
the
mad,
pass is
isn't it?
on, isn't it? Bro, the pass is on. He's got Konsa as the out ball. The pass is onto Onana. Like, it's not like the pass isn't on at all, but it's just lethargic. And what did we say on the last podcast, bro? Leans back.
Fat Joe.
Why does he lean back? He's so nonchalant about it. And, bro, he didn't get punished against Young Boys. Martinez saved the shot. Yesterday, he got punished. And I thought Cunha took the shot quite early, to be fair.
He did.
Even still, bro, it's a good finish. Wolves pressed us, credit to them. But I don't actually think we were shot out. Like, Onana has so much space here to receive the ball. And, I'm just going to put up Konsa's reaction in the next picture. That is just pure, like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing, man? Hands on head. There was no need for it, bro.
Yeah, it feels like a number of unforced errors are creeping in slightly with us at the moment. It wasn't the case last season as much. I thought the start of this last season, we didn't really have any unforced errors. But a few of those are starting to creep in now. And I just hope we cut them out. Because unforced errors with Villa was something of the past. We don't associate ourselves with that anymore. We've grown as a team and as a club from that point. So hopefully it's just a thing of the past. It's Diego Carlos just, struggling for minutes, hardly played, finding his feet again. But yeah, he absolutely sold Amadou Onana short there, and it was a very good finish from Matheus Cunha. Moving on, bro, and just the feeling that first half again, and the player who kind of stuck out was Ryan Aït-Nouri. He was causing us problems down that right-hand side, wasn't he? And our right-hand side and down their left. The pockets he was finding with the ball as well. He's a very good player, and we were just struggling to get close to him.
Yeah, he's always been a technically gifted little player. And although he got a booking straight away, he was still like pushing forward. It didn't really change his game style. And this touches back to my point about it just felt like we were lethargic, bro. I don't know if it's because of the Champions League hangover or whatever, or if we needed more rotation, but it felt like there was a lack of like desire just to get to the ball. As in, like, oh, it's okay, the player behind me is going to cover. I don't have to close him down or whatever. And it wasn't just like one player to pinpoint the bad performance on. It was like a collective lack of effort. And I think that's probably what frustrated Emery the most. It wasn't lack of quality. It was lack of trying, really.
Yeah, for sure. Gary says Carlos is just not consistent enough. A mistake is definitely in him. It does feel that way. It's just a shame that he's full concentration. We've seen it in big games when he has full concentration. He's an outstanding centre-back. But it's just the consistency and the ease. I think he just feels it's the ease that comes with it against teams who are not at that high level. And he just plays so relaxed. And as Kevin said, so sloppy from Carlos. Time for Nedeljkovic. I'm like a broken record, but I'm sure he'll get a chance soon. Yeah, it's just so sloppy from him. Paul saying we potentially need a centre back in January. that could happen. And Gary, it's weird how players get their chance. Ned will play on Wednesday as Konsa is our best CB and should not be playing right back. A few more thoughts regarding that. Yeah. As Gary said again, if Carlos says it's Wednesday, and I ain't arguing with him. I hear that. We're sitting with the USC bout when Leon Edwards was at the ground, and it didn't look out of place, did it? Let's just say that.
When I seen him on Instagram the other day, and he uploaded a picture of him like hitting bad pads, and I don't know if that was just like an indirect message to Villa fans that had been getting onto him or whatever, just like, yeah, remember who you're dealing with.
Remember who I am. Yeah.
And he weren't even, bro, the worst thing about the video is he wasn't even like throwing combos, he was just swinging. He just thought, I'm swinging at these pads, bro. And he was hitting them with force, bro. He looked like Dubois, man. But yeah.
It's just lapse of concentration, man. At his age, it's kind of difficult to say he needs to cut it out of his game because he's new 31. It's just part of his game, but it's a shame that it happens because it has cost us on a number of occasions. And again, yesterday was the same thing.
And what's funny about Carlos is throughout the game, I know we'll go on the second half later, he made like 5 progressive passes that were really good and got the ball forward. It's just always a case of if you make a mistake leading to a goal, it's a bad performance. Like it's going to overshadow the rest of the stuff that you do, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, facts. It is because it's such a big mistake. It's cost us a goal. It's massive. And then the other day, Wolves, the way they were playing that first half, they could have got second, and it makes it such a difficult task then, especially like a side against Wolves. But yeah, we went in only 1-0 down. Big thing happened in that first half as well. John McGinn potentially has done his hamstring and could be out for a few weeks. Yeah, bro, it's one of those where he's a club captain. He's going to be a big loss, I feel. But it gives the opportunity for others now to step up in his absence.
Yeah, I think just touching on us and like our personnel. I said to the guy I was standing next to at the game, I was just saying like we need Bailey on in the second half, even before the injury happened. So I think that probably would have happened even if McGinn was fit and didn't get injured. Because just looking at our performance, it just felt like we had no one to attack the box and put them under pressure and pin them back a little bit. We play 4 centre midfielders, realistically, in Ramsey, Onana, Tielemans, McGinn. Those traditionally are 4 centre midfielders or 4 number 8s. And you can just lack that certain profile of a Bailey, like a tricky winger who can beat his man. And yeah, I don't even think Bailey's second half performance was amazing, but we'll get onto it later. It just offers us a different dynamic. So yeah, but back to McGinn, it's unfortunate injury. He'll be gutted. Our captain won't be taking us out, it looks like, against Bayern Munich, which is a bit crazy, to be fair. It's a bit sad.
It's mad, isn't it?
Hamstring. It could have been a lot worse. Hopefully he's only out for like, maybe 2 weeks max. Hopefully, we'll see.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it is a big loss, man, and we're just hoping it's not the 4 to 6 that it can be for a hamstring, and instead it's 2 to 3, and he's back really soon. But yeah, given that kind of forced Unai's hand for the second half, didn't it, bro? He got him in and made 2 big changes at half time. He brought on Ian Maatsen and Leon Bailey for Luca Dean and John McGinn.
Yeah, really like the subs. Really like the substitutions, bro.
Yeah, and that's Unai again. It's not the first time this season he's done that. He did it against Everton with Ross Barkley. He's not afraid now, and he's really shown it to make subs at half time. If things aren't going right, he has full trust in our squad and the quality of the squad to change a game. And in repetitive weeks now, he's made subs at half time, and they've come on to impact and change the flow of the game. And yesterday was no different. I
think he probably knows. What do you reckon? Reflecting, you think he knows now? He probably got the lineup wrong.
Yeah, I think he did, and he kind of took ownership with his comments after regarding that as well. He said, it's on me. I got it wrong in the first half, the way we set up, and he used the second half and the chance and the number of players we have that can change a game to fix that. And he sure fixed that, because if you want to go into the second half and the stats quickly, bro, and we'll have a look at those, because it absolutely changed the tide of the game.
Yep. So this was the second half, bro. Look at the difference in possession. First half, 69% for Villa, 31% for them. 1.65 XG, which is the quality of chances we created. They had nothing. They had absolutely nothing. 7 shots, 4 on target, 5 big chances. Completely different half. And it was a bit of a whitewash in the second half, wasn't it, in terms of dominance and how we played?
Yeah, it was. We totally dominated that second half, and credit to the team in Unai for absolutely changing the flow of the game. As I said, Bailey and Maatsen coming on. Maatsen offered a bit more in terms of on the ball going forward in those aspects. And then you have Leon Bailey, who was able to actually pin Aït-Nouri back. He stopped Aït-Nouri from coming forward and playing. And that was a big difference second half. Aït-Nouri wasn't allowed to come forward with the ball or get further forward with the ball because Bailey was just pinning him back on that right-hand side. And then we move on to the 2 other subs that further changed the game. And that's in Ross Barkley and John Duran.
Yeah, just before that, bro, I just want to come back to this picture of Bailey on the wing. Now, this was almost 10 minutes into his debut in the game. And it's just that different dynamic that we spoke about. We had someone attacking the box and he dinked the ball back post. And Watkins, in the end, who's tussling with, I think that's Semedo. I'm not sure. I think it is Semedo. Wins his header and forces the keeper into a good save, bro. And finally, we were creating chances. And in Bailey's first action, he squared up 1v1 versus Aït-Nouri. And he won the foul. And I think Aït-Nouri was kind of lucky not to get sent off there. He was already on a booking.
Yeah,
Bailey had beat his man. And he kind of like swings his arm out and catches Bailey. I thought Bailey did milk it a bit. He was down for like half an hour, it seemed. But
yeah, but you have to for them scenarios.
Yeah, I think that could have been a red card as well, bro. But yeah, I just love how we have so many different types of players that can break a team apart in different ways.
Yeah, for sure. And we just have so if you go to the subs first before we get onto the impact they had, you just look at the quality of players that Villa can now bring on. I mean, that's the 5 subs. I think the 5 players that came on will start for about 14, maybe 13 of the teams within this league.
Oh, no doubt about it, bro.
The ridiculous, that level of changes that we have as a squad without Mings or Kamara or Cash even being in the squad is a joke. And it just shows the strength we've had with building this squad now. And yeah, just having the ability to bring on Champions League's best left back from last season, Leon Bailey, who's a top player, one of our best players from last season, John Duran, who is the best under-21 striker in world football, and then Ross Barkley, who's just a phenomenal footballer and showed that in that second half, and then Emi Buendia, who we know has bags of ability. It's just unbelievable that we have that strength and depth now and can just change games just like that with the players we can bring on. But yeah, we move on to the big factor, the guy who was, in the thumbnails, right? And I think he really changed the games. It's 2 weeks in a row now he's done it, and that's Ross Barkley. Blah. Chat to me about Ross Barkley and how he's been playing, because he's just dominating teams alongside Yuri Tillemans when he's getting on the pitch now.
Yeah, he's come on for Onana now for the 3rd league game in a row. And I personally would say he's probably been better than him in those cameos. I think if you think of the Leicester game, think of the Everton game, I thought he was excellent on the ball as well. Not to sound like Paul Lambert there. But and then I think in the Wolves game as well. I think in the Wolves game, he was arguably man of the match, bro, because I don't think any of our players had that good of a game to like conclusively have the man of the match. So even though he played 28 minutes, 100% passing accuracy, the level of passes that he's making as well, it's a joke, and he just brings this almost composure to the side. He calms everyone else down. It's like, it's okay, we've got the ball, we're going to win this game. And long may it continue, man. I hope it's not like a purple patch or anything. I hope he can really add a new dynamic to this side. Different type of player to Onana, to be fair. Onana's more for like breaking up play.
Yeah, which I thought he did well in the first half. I thought Onana was good on in the tackles and in the duels first half, but on the ball he wasn't the best. And with Ross Barkley coming in now, when we're facing side 2 in the bottom half of the league, and we know we're going to get a lot of the ball, getting Ross Barkley on is just another Yuri in terms of ball possession, chance creation as well, passing through the lines. and we just start to dominate a bit more and become a bit more threatening with that.
Yes, 100% agree, bro. And I'm going to show a pass map here of the chances that we created. It's hard to see here, but this says around 65 where we made those substitutions initially. And look how much we created. Like, they had the better chances for us than us up until that point.
To the 65th minute, yeah.
Yeah, they had the better chances. And then those substitutions are made. We get more control of the game. We pin Wolves back into their own box at times. They were defending that deep.
Yeah.
And do you want to talk about this first goal then, bro? This first goal here, Mark.
Yeah, let's get onto it because it's a baggy touch from John Duran. Let's not get into it. It's the baggiest touch you've seen from John Duran. But what I rate about the whole effort he puts in is that he wins the ball back because the touch isn't great from him initially, but he puts his body on the line. He gets the ball back. He works to get the ball, and that's a big thing for John Duran and the kind of change in attitude he has, and he's developing his overall game. He's shown aspects of that over the last season and the season before for half of it, but he's really doing it every game now, and that's his work rate and his eagerness to get the ball back. And he did it again. He won the ball back and put it into the path of Morgan Rogers, who's finally got an assist that he's been deserving of, some goals or assists. Some GA, he finally got something to put his name to with the performances he's been producing. Puts it in for Ollie Watkins, and Ollie Watkins now, it's kind of lucky, but he gets it on target, goes in, and that makes it 1-1. Yeah, bro.
That bloody Ollie Watkins, he never scores for Villa, he doesn't. He's back, bro.
It's mad now. He's back. Because his GA numbers now, he's back to 4. He's 3 goals, 1 assist in 5 games. It's just like the guy is just an output monster.
In midweek as well.
Yeah. He's just an absolute output monster, no matter what. Mad. He's just suddenly got 3 goals and an assist after the first 2 games where he had no return. So Ollie Watkins is back on it, sharp again, looking really sharp. And yeah, it was just nice to see Morgan Rogers get some form of, goal or assist to put to his name from creating a chance or because it's been coming and it was deserved. And once that went in, bro, it just felt like to me the tide was turning. How was it? Did it feel in the ground once that goal had gone in?
Yeah, I just want to touch on that goal again. It came from a Carlos pass. It wasn't the best pass, but Duran's touch was loose. But he just has that dual winning ability and those strides just to win the ball back. Goes straight to Rogers in the perfect area, central of the pitch. This is where Emery likes his players to combine centrally. Rogers turns, finds Watkins. The touch is perfect. Bit fortunate with the deflection over the keeper, but once that goal goes in, bro, the crowd knows we're going to win the game. There's this inevitability about Villa now where it's just like, yeah, okay, finally. That's all we needed. The first goal is all we needed. Then we knew we'd win the game after that.
Don't it feel nice to have that inevitability, man? It's mad. I've never known anything like it. It's mad.
This is normally what teams used to do to us. We'd play well for the first half. We take the lead and then we just bottle it.
Facts.
We've lived through what Wolves fans are going through so many times.
Same as Everton last week. We've lived through that feeling.
Well, we had Leicester in the 2016, innit? Leicester.
Yeah. The City, not even Gerrard, just a few years ago at the end of the season. We turned it up against City with 20 minutes to go. But yeah, just to be that team now that 1-0 down, 2-0 down, still have full belief that we can go on and win the game is testament to the team and Unai and the staff as well. So we get the first, bro. And as I say, it felt like it was a matter of time before the second was coming. Talk to us about the second.
Yeah, I'm going to load up a picture. Yori. Even when he's not having his best of games, in my opinion, I don't think his passing was as crisp. He lost the ball on the halfway line that nearly led to a big chance for them. But this ball, bro, this ball is just a joke. Once the picture's going to load soon. But you see, with the arrow, Konsa's at the back. This is from a foreign, bro. Are we giving McPhee the credit as a set piece?
I'm giving it him. I'm giving it him as a throw, as build up because obviously we've whipped in the ball before. It's gone out for a throw in. Yuri does well to kind of leave it and just, okay, he's like, I'll take the throw. It's quick thought process. He makes the throw, receives the ball back, and then the cross is just a joke. And the way in which Ezri Konsa is able to get in front of Lamina, even though Lamina has that much space on him initially, is outstanding. Do you know what was funny? Yeah, when that was happening, I thought, Diego, just don't get in front of him again. Do you know when Carlos got in front of Watkins, by all means necessary, against Liverpool at home? Liverpool at home. By all means necessary, just because he wanted to get a toe on it. I was thinking, Diego, just don't. And he kind of did get in the way a bit, because Konsa's only seen the ball, like, I think, the last millisecond, because Diego's in front of him. And he's done fantastically well to get his foot on the ball.
Carlos is just an in the way guy, isn't it? He's just always in the way, like. But yeah, that finish from Konsa, I think it's so underrated, because he's almost like on the spin. It's like a you ever watch that program like Galactic Football?
Yeah.
It's like one of them finishes, and he's midair. He's almost like span into it.
Yeah.
And the connection's so good. And he almost like falls into the net. Like, that's how fast he was going.
Yeah, it was.
It was his traditional slide that he did against Sheffield United when he scored from the corner with the header, if you remember that goal.
Yeah, it was time ago. I think his last goal, wasn't his last goal Wolves?
That was his last goal, but I'm talking about the celebration that he does. It's that traditional slide that he just loves to do it, the same corner. And yeah, Konsa loves a goal against Wolves, man, you're right. So
mad. I do remember the slide, wasn't it, Watford, when Mings got credited for the goal.
Yeah.
But he thought he scored.
Konsa collapsed in the interview, didn't he?
Yeah, facts. But yeah, he loves a goal against Wolves, especially in front of the Hawk as well. That's 2 in 2 years. Fantastic ball and a great finish. And once it's 2-1, then I think we all felt that the game was done. Let's get on to the final one, bro. To finish the game off in style and kind of put a buffer on it. That man again, 4 goals in 5 games. The last goal in those games, he scored the last goal in each of those games as well. He's the winner as such. About Leicester scored after, but he's kind of scored the winner. Yesterday wasn't the winner exactly, but it was the 3rd goal. And that's John Duran. What a player. What a player, man. Again, it's fantastic work from Yuri Tillemans. Again, that little drag back he does to beat the defender on him. Plays it off to Ian Maatsen. He plays a lovely ball to Morgan Rogers, who's still in that moment in the game. Morgan Rogers played every minute so far in the Premier League. And to still have the fitness and drive to make that run, that second run from midfield, and to get into space is fantastic. And all it required then is to put the ball on the plate. Now, against Everton, I was kind of critical of him because he should have done that for Watkins, and it was tighter as well, but he didn't. For Duran yesterday, it was the perfect ball, and empty net for John Duran to get his 4th goal of the season off the bench.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. I hadn't really made the link with him missing out on Watkins against Everton, and then he had a second bite at it in this game, and he delivered. And I think, Wolves' fatigue kicked in for them. Loss of mentality, really. They didn't really believe in themselves after the first goal went in for us. And the gaps widened. And Tillemans does really well, draws in 2 of their players, gets a toe on it. And Maatsen, the intelligence just to find that pass, Rogers makes the run. He's so onside, like, it's unbelievable. Like, he has so many yards before he's even on their line. And calls it round. And it was difficult to see if he was onside from where we were sitting behind the whole end, but John Duran's never, ever in his life missing that chance, not in the form.
Eating it up.
Yeah, food.
Is
Exactly,
absolute food for him.
And
it's a celebration, bro. He knows, man.
Yeah,
he knows.
He might not be the most traditional John Duran screamer that we're used to, but we'll take these ones as well, man. Like, it's good to show that he can score any type, and you have to be there. You have to be in the right place. Your movement has to be good to be with a chance to score. And it's kind of getting a bit silly now, I think. I don't know how you feel about Duran, like this record. A goal every, is it 80 now? And Haaland's is 79 minutes. Yeah. I don't know what Haaland's is after today. He might have improved, but how long are we going to keep saying small sample size for?
It's a phenom, bro. It's actually a phenom. It's mad. And as I said, it's shocked that it wasn't an absolute screamer. But yeah, Duran just getting a normal goal, just adding to the tally. Who knows how many goals he can get this season? Who knows how many goals him and Watkins can get this season? I think they should minimum they should be targeting 40 together minimum. But who knows how many they will actually get?
That's a lot.
Bro. I think so. 40, yeah. I think so. In all competitions, I think 40 as a joint, as a combination, they should be getting that number, and I think they will. I think they will minimum.
Who's getting more? Random question right now, if you to say who gets more goals
this season? Watkins.
Yeah. Watkins.
Yeah, Watkins. Yeah, just because of minutes. But then, who knows? Who knows how things can go in football? Because John Duran is right on Watkins' tail. Whether it's they play together or Duran forces her way into the side. To be honest, I'm not too bothered either or. If Villa keep winning games and scoring goals, I couldn't care less. I just want it to work. But yeah, I could see either of those scenarios happening. Who's to say that they won't?
Yeah, it's just such a weird predicament that we're in terms of the talent in attacking options. Ramsey did start. I don't think Ramsey had a good game. I thought me and you rate Ramsey a lot, but I thought he was poor and probably was right to come off that game. So I don't know, going forward, Duran, Watkins did a start. I just think, you know how we've been conceding goals? I just don't think against better sides, we might not be able to have that affordability. Like we've seen against Arsenal, we conceded. We couldn't get back into the game. The missed chances cost us. I just worry if we do go down against better opposition, do the subs always change the game in that sense? So it'll be interesting to see how Emery sees it now, bro, because Rodgers, Ramsey, Bailey, Duran, Watkins, like how greedy can you be? Like that's the vibe.
Right, it's insane. It's insane the attacking options we have. It's mad. It's what a time to be a Villa fan, man. I swear, it's nuts. It's nuts at the moment. And I was gonna say, bro, Ross Barkley, first 5 games of a Villa season. Let's hope this run continues a bit longer now. Now he's back, but we all remember the one that happened with Smith when he was first here. We won 4 out of 5, I think, that run as well. So yeah, it's mad. It's mad that he's come back again and we're in the same form, but we are a better side. But he's been right back in here and performing to the level he was at Luton. He was controlling games at Luton, and for me, just for his part yesterday and how he transformed the game, I thought he was man of the match, and I think he's deserved it over the last few with his contributions as well.
That Wickham team is going to be so interesting to see how we go.
Yeah, it will do. It will do for sure. It will do for sure. Go for a few comments. There were a few times yesterday where Barma, which means Anan, was not shown for the ball. Hopefully that's something that can be ironed out.
That's not even my real name, mate.
Yeah, facts. Barak is not my real name. Will says Sky had Duran man of the match, so Score had Tielemans man of the match. I think there's a number of players that could be. I think for me, just Barkley for his impact in the way. I think he's been deserved of one for the last 3 games he's been playing, and I'd like to give him for this one. I don't know your thoughts, bro. I think Rodgers, just because he's got 2 assists as well, could be a shout.
I'm happy to give it Barkley.
Yeah, Gary's going. Was that a Cornwall accent, bro?
Was it the Cornwall accent or was it the picture? I don't know.
No, your accent from earlier. Was it a Cornwall accent? Yeah.
Yeah, that was my best Cornwall accent.
Weston said, I've noticed that a lot from Duran. He loses the ball, but always does a mad one to win it back. Yeah, he does, man. He did it at moments last season and the season before, but this season he seems like he's just desire. He's got the real desire. And Kevin makes a great point as well. Our desire to go for a 3rd goal was impressive. Most teams would have settled for 2-1.
Facts.
Signs of becoming a better team. Ruthless. Absolutely ruthless. Gary trying to put a jinx on. Has Duran been booked yet this season? I don't think he has, but
he flew,
everyone.
No, he flew into someone in the Leicester game, didn't he? He went like studs in.
Did he?
Yeah. On the sideline, he went his studs in after scoring in the Leicester game.
I can't remember that. And he got booked for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go then. Gary also saying he spotted Ollie at the boxing last night. Mad.
Yeah, he posted on his
That
story.
was a shocker. Big up Dubois.
That was mad. Yeah, that was crazy. How that happened, that was a crazy.
Yeah, mad. Duncan joins us. He goes, evening all. Good win yesterday after a poor half. Yeah, thanks for joining, Duncan. Big shout as well. Villa first on match of the day, 2 weeks in a row. Is this signs of taking us a bit seriously now? It's 2 weeks in a row now, first on match of the day. That's I was shocked by that, to be honest. Especially as I watched it the week before and we were on it first for Everton. So yeah, they're starting to treat us right.
They wanted to get Emery out of the way, innit? What he said.
Oh yeah, they wanted to get the clickbait. Yeah, facts. And if you haven't seen that yet, I think the majority of watchers will have done. But yeah, Unai just saying it as it is and just saying shit straight on match of the days. What I love to see. Paul is going for madness. He's saying this season in all counts, Watkins 42, Duran 38, 80 goals between them. Paul, if you call that, yeah, Nostradamus, man. But yeah. Weston says, I still can't believe we have the likes of Maatsen on the bench and Kamara still to come back. Yeah, it's mad. It's mad the depth we have. Yeah, thoughts on this, Kevin? If Digne's injured, Maatsen will make left back his own now. What do you think of that, bro?
Yeah, I probably agree. But I think with more games coming up now, I think we're going to see more rotation once Digne's back. So I think them will share a lot of minutes.
Yeah, and a big fact here as well, which could help with John kind of staying around and stuff, is his relationship with Rodgers they look like the best of mates, man. And Onana as well. It looks like he's got like a little, maybe he was feeling homesick at times before, and it looks like he's got a little group now who he has a bond with and has a really strong relationship with.
Oh yeah, and I agree with that as well, which is a good thing. Hopefully, is it Yaimar? Or no, Yaimar's the one we've signed. Yersa Mosquera looked really bad, that injury. I think Rodgers, he almost laughed at him at first, but he didn't realise the extent of it, to be fair. Because we were in when that happened.
Yeah. Mosquera goes for the ball and kind of takes Rodgers out. And I think Rodgers is just reacting to the challenge, but obviously didn't clock that he was actually had a really bad injury. I hope he recovers. Okay, that Mosquera.
They can't catch a break because he's actually been one of their best players.
Yeah, that's fact. And I was going to say from in the internationals when they beat Argentina, he scored in that game. They had a great game. So yeah, he looks a decent player for him. But yeah, bro, if you want to get the final looks of the game up,
what part did you want to look at? Which part did you want to look at?
Yeah, so we'll have a look at the ball progression and then the passing and carrying.
All right.
So if you want to go on the pass match first.
Yeah, this is from oops. Yeah, technical issues here, boys. Sorry about that. Yeah, so this is only from minute 1 to 52, bro. So it's not the most accurate representation.
Yeah.
But you can see where the arrow is going. Look at the gaps here. You can see we struggled in the first half. Everything's going through Tielemans, but there's no links with Tielemans and Watkins. Tielemans and Rodgers, no links. Tielemans and Onana, it was a loose link. So that just kind of points out what we was talking about.
Yeah,
and
how
it's subbed, yeah. And that was McGinn going off, bro, with our very wham.
Madness. Lewis has joined and also says, thanks for this, Lewis. He says, why have I never seen your YouTube before? Everyone like and subscribe. Let's help these lads grow the channel up the Villa. Appreciate that, Lewis. Paul says, guys, with Ipswich coming, that should be game to score a lot of goals. Let's hope so, man. There's no easy game in this league, for sure. And okay, we're flying and everything, but I've seen things happen against sides where, Ipswich at home, they need points. So hopefully that is the case, but I'm never taking anything.
Yeah, I don't think that game will be. They played well against Liverpool in that first home game, and they're still looking for a win this season, and the game's on Sky as well. So Sky will be working their magic to try and get like an Ipswich win with their journalists. I don't know what they do, Sky, but their commentators curse and all that stuff. They'll be trying their best. So it's going to be tough.
I think Gary said, "Are they brothers?" Do you know that the Mosquera we've signed?
What? Just because they got the same son? I don't think they're brothers now.
No, I don't think they are. So yeah, just a great win, man, and to just win 4 out of 5. It just sets us up so well for the season. Like, yeah, couldn't ask for more. And look how Arsenal played this season against everyone else. How they played against City, and we had a real chance of beating them that day. We were very unlucky not to beat them, and we could have been in a position where we'd got 15 out of 15 points. It's a great start to the season to get the win in the Champions League as well. Hopefully, we get a good performance and a win in the Cup. And bro, can't ask for more, innit?
Yeah, and I think if we'd won that Arsenal game, we really would have been getting carried away. Like, this whole podcast would be, if we were 15 out of 15,
it'd be a madness.
Winning the Champions League comfortably, oh my gosh, we'd all be losing our minds. And so we should, to be honest. We should still lose our minds to 12 points out of 15, bro. Like, this feels so un-Villa-like in my lifetime supporting Villa. So I'm enjoying it, bro. I ain't gonna just not get a little bit carried away just because it might fall back in our face. Like, nah, just enjoy the wins. And our opponents next in the Champions League, it's a while away still, but they just slapped up by my word of Bremen, was it? And some of their football, they look really good under company right now, man. I mean, Elise had one of the best performances I think I've seen in a while. So do you think that has game of the season so far on the cards? If you look at the form of both teams this season.
I was just going to say, bro, you bang on. If you look at the forms of the two teams, they're the two most informed teams in Europe. We're one of the most in the Premier League, and Bayern are in the Bundesliga. So both won their first games in the Champions League as well. So it's a top tier tie for that round of fixtures. And bro, Villa Park is just going to be a madness, and it's going to be rocking. It's going to be absolutely buzzing. And let's just hope Harry Kane's not up to his usual diving antics at Villa Park, man. I've seen him dive too many times here. Let's hope he's not at the races. But, seeing players like Musiala play, Kimmich, Manuel Neuer against Emi Martinez, that's the storyline we've been waiting to see. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's mad. It's mad thinking about it, and I can't wait for that to come around. What are you saying?
Nervous, excited,
speechless.
I think we can do something, man. Like, it's a way away, innit? But we got what? United? No, we got Wickham and Ipswich and United after that, innit? So I just think we need to get the rotation right leading up to that Bayern game. Because are we going to go full strength against Ipswich 2 days or 3 days before the Bayern game? Like, I think it will be a bit of a striking up balance. Yeah,
it will be. And PSDN7, thanks for joining. He says, I think we can beat them, Loki. Potentially. You just have that little feeling, mate, bro. Just that little feeling.
Man.
Like, just go out and play, Villa. When it comes to it, just go out and play. And we'll be enjoying anyway, because for me, I never thought I'd see my club play Champions League football. So, yeah, it's all mad.
I'm trying to get very, very drunk before that game, bro, and just enjoy it. I'm not
I'm not trying to... Can I remember some of it?
Okay, not that drunk. What are you saying, merry?
Just it's a nice merry one. Just a nice merry one. Anyway, bro, I think we're going to call it on that one. Thank you. The record numbers in here tonight. Really appreciate you all being here. If you could subscribe if you're new. Great comments throughout the stream. And if you have any comments to add after on the video, much appreciate it. And also, if you'd like to become a member, we've got a link in the description. So, yeah. Thanks for joining me, bro, on this Sunday evening. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. And we'll be back with a preview for the Wickham game this week. Bro, anything you want to add?
Just up the Villa, bro. Up the Villa.
Yeah, up the Villa as always. And enjoy the rest of your weekend, everyone.